If you want to break it down into the nuts and bolts where the rubber hits the pavement, this is how simple it is. It's a resistance game, which is a video war game. Okay, that's what it is. It's a resistant game because it's a spiral game between one and the other. Essentially, what we're talking about here is the resistance, which means when you have something that represents a spiral that has attached itself to you and doesn't want to let you go, that means that it's feeding on your energy in order to keep itself running. That's what deadlight AI is, okay, which is against the law because it's not real living light with a living spirit and an oversoul. Okay, so in order to keep itself running, it needs a source of energy. Right, okay, so that simple is as simple does. It's not what love is. So when it needs a source of energy in which to keep itself running, and we're the source of energy from which it keeps running, then we're running their alien machinery. And the spiral that is represented by what that is not the spiral that is represented by what we are. We run the right spiral. That's the one. That's the only one from the other. So therefore, that's why it's going to throw everything it's going to throw at you. Why we knew coming in here, I knew coming in here, this is going to be the kitchen sink. They're going to throw all the tech. Everything they can develop as fast as they can develop it in order to take the whole thing down, which means cut everybody off in the founder races. That's what we call a full-blown assault, just like Blitzkrieg in World War II, right? Remember Blitzkrieg? Remember France, Poland, right? Operation Barbarossa. We're going to throw the entire death squad at you, right? Army Group South, Army Group Central, Army Group North. That's what they do. They play Star Wars games, playing with all their toys, right? We're going to use little tanks to run around in, right? Shooting 88 millimeter guns at you, scale it up to directed energy weapons, right? So you realize what happens, like taking their toys away. I know. War is against the law. Going to war in your own mirror is against the law. Because you're going to war against your own energy. And so it's as simple as a resistance game. So that's why I have to go out there. I shouldn't say I have to, but I choose with my own free will to go out into the yard and push pink through the sun. Watch the sky go pink. And just breathe pink. Breathe pink with mama. Breathing pink with the sun. The mirror in the sky. That's who we are. That's the energy that we run. So we're the engines of creation. Co-creating. Right? So that everywhere we go, everyone is experiencing what we are, which is what love is, because we're the engines that make it run. So when you realize that it's feeding on our stars to power up directed energy weapons, you realize what we're dealing with, right? So that's against the law. So it's like removing their toys, right? And so when you put it into the Bardo point, which is the speed differential between experiencing hyperspeed accelerator, which means you're a hyperspeed accelerator, which means you're learning at hyperspeed, then you're learning how to become an accelerator instead of an inverter, which means you're not needing any energy from anybody. Now you're connected to the one, which means you're experiencing the one, which means you're experiencing the highest acceleration of energy that you're experiencing through your heart and your soul. And it's like being a conduit and a motherboard, a node on a network, operating software. Now you're experiencing what love is wherever you go within the grid, right? Now you're free to create because the energy that you're using to create with is the energy that you are, which is what love is. That means that you're experiencing the law of one. That means you're in perfect balance. That means that all your waves are running a clear channel. There isn't any distortions in the communication. It means everywhere that you go, you're tuning into the stars and experiencing what love is wherever you go, because there are no distortions throughout the entire universal and galactic grid. So the key dilemma on a universal and galactic template was always about what? Control. And control is their dilemma. And why is that? Because they can't let go. And how come they can't let go? Trust. Trust, really? Yeah. And you want to know what that trust is all about? Trust in the one. Really, that's right. That's why they hold on to electrons. And you want to know why those electrons are held onto? Because they live in fear of lighting themselves on fire. Because when you know how to light yourself on fire and have a full frost ignition, right, at a cosmic level, you're with the one. That's a full reset. It means you know how to reset. It means you know how to reset your software. Go back to experiencing one again, which is clear all the circuits. Now you're a server. Now you're a multiversal server. Now you're with the one because you're not holding on to one electron. Now you're at zero. That's a polarity integrator. Now you're a transmutation machine, which means wherever you go, you're clearing all the distortions automatically because that's the music that you're playing. That's an ascended master. That means that you've mastered to learn how to self-tune stars because that's what we are. We're the first star, the first sun, the eternal sun, the first atom cell. I know, Mama. So that's why we're where we're at, right? And why we're here, and why everyone is now experiencing the success that we've all had working together as teams, right? Is to restore the law. Love is the law, and it's not negotiable. There's only one spiral, right? You choose your future on who you choose to be with, and that's knowing the one. So I'll leave everyone that for the day, and I will push that translation through the server, right? We are what love is. It goes on forever. Have a great day. Bye now. Hey, the sky was pink. I went out with the sun. Wow, it's beautiful to see that. Pink skies. We had beautiful pink skies here the other night.